Welcome to the midnight tide, where shadows whisper, darkness hides. We're diving deep into the unknown, on a journey you're not alone. From haunted halls to specters lost, we'll guide you through the eerie frost, with tales that chill and spirits roam. A freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Welcome to the midnight tide, where shadows whisper, darkness hides. We're diving deep into the unknown, on a journey you're not alone. From haunted halls to specters lost, we'll guide you through the eerie frost, with tales that chill and spirits roam. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show.
The engine is starting up.
For launch. GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
go. Pending final steps to cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Riff Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you could need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
What's up, all you freaks out there? This is Ryan.
This is Rhonda.
What is up? How are you doing tonight?
I am doing pretty good for a Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's still Tuesday.
It's still Tuesday. It is still Tuesday. So we had a we did a little show on TikTok.
Yeah.
Last week. We talked to Billy Lewis from Scary Network. And we're gonna try to do shows on TikTok on Thursday nights. But I went back and I uploaded the show onto the networks or onto like the podcasting network and networks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I listened back to it to see how it sounded, and I couldn't hear me at all.
What?
I could barely hear me. But
you were
it was
fine
like,
on there.
I know, and listening back, it was like, I don't know if it's because of like just TikTok didn't like I speak my microphone on my computer or what, but it was like I was standing like in the hallway back there trying to conduct the interview. So
That's weird.
I went out and bought a new microphone.
Fancy.
Yeah. The other day. Oh, actually, the other day. It was today. I don't know why I said the other day. It was like the other hour because it was a few hours ago. But yeah, I went out and I was like, well, I want to sound good, and I almost bought headphones.
Now,
I
did
don't
it
really
only
know
sound
that.
that way if you uploaded it, or did it sound that way just listening to it when you downloaded it?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it sounded fine because I went back and listened to some of the old ones we did in preparation. Because remember one time he couldn't hear me at all, and the other time it was just he couldn't figure out. So I listened back to it, and they sounded fine. But coming through, on the podcast part didn't sound too great. So, but I
Interesting.
mean, Billy sounded good. He sounded really clear.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this helps, but
We
I
can
won't
do
know
a
until
little
I
short
upload it.
test tomorrow night if you want to.
No, we can do that. Sounds like a plan. Probably good to get up there and try to do something every week, just
Yeah.
to people can used to us being on there.
Yes.
But I can't go any farther without wishing everybody a very happy Care Bears Share Your Care Day.
Care Bears share. Repeat that. I got lost in the cares.
This is a mouthful, okay? It's Happy Care Bears Share Your Care Day.
Okay.
If you care about something, you need to share it, or the Care Bears share your care. Like they will share your care for you.
You know what? There's nothing good but good stuff with the Care Bears. I trust it. Trust the process.
You trust the Care Bear process.
I trust the Care Bear process.
It is also Wonderful Weirdos Day.
Well,
I
I
think
mean, we're on the perfect show for that.
Yes, that fits our motif.
Freaks
I
and
believe.
weirdos unite.
Yes, and it is also National When Pigs Can Fly Day.
I always loved that saying.
When pigs can fly, yeah.
When pigs fly.
I just thought it was interesting that somebody felt the need to name a holiday after that saying.
There
wasn't enough stuff going on September 9th. At least we should
make it When Pigs Fly Day.
We just need to show September 9th some more love.
Yeah.
So happy September 9th, guys.
Yeah.
Woohoo! 9/9.
How are we into September? Like, I look at like my next 3 weeks and I'm just like, oh, well, I'm gonna blink and it's gonna be October.
It'll be October. You're gonna blink and it'll be
like September isn't even happening hardly.
Dude, you're gonna blink and it'll be December, and there'll be Christmas lights out.
Yeah, I know.
You can me all you want, but you know what's gonna happen.
It's true. I don't disagree.
It is notorious for going by way too fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that could happen in June, July, and August, as far as I'm concerned. But
I can't hear you anymore. Moment. I think your sound is going bad again.
I can't hear you.
I think your mic isn't working again. I didn't hear all that.
I didn't catch all that. I went to Walmart. Where I told you went to Walmart and got the microphone. And I was about to check out, about to leave. I was like, I gotta get paper towels. So I went to the back to get paper towels, and I find this display of like fall stuff at Walmart. Okay. And there was Dawn, like ultra power blaster, like the Dawn you could spray. They had pumpkin spice flavored Dawn.
Get out.
And frosted cranberry, which I think is more of Christmas than
fall. Yeah. I would think of that as Christmas. But I did hear something that like we won't even make it till October 1st before the Christmas stuff will be out.
No. Oh yeah.
See, there we go, Cody. They did not.
I saw Christmas stuff at the Dollar General. I mean, it's. But I mean, if I see Halloween stuff in July, I'm not like sad about it.
No, but something about Christmas, it just makes it rough. You start feeling that Christmas pressure.
The pressure of Christmas, yeah.
But then I guess people really do, because my hairdresser, I'm sure, is counting down how many more shopping Saturdays we have till Christmas, which probably isn't many.
No, it's probably good.
So I guess this is your reminder: start your Christmas shopping now.
And once you get into the
in
The
December.
burr months just start getting ready for Christmas.
Yep, that's it.
Just have all your decorations up at once. To Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Put them all up. Have it celebrate all 3 months.
Yep.
What's up, Vet Girl? Hey, Lois. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Cody. What's up, brother? Thank you for watching. I really hope that this
Kevin.
microphone will make
Heidi.
it sound even better.
Yeah, it should.
It's like $25 microphone.
Aaron?
So what can I expect? Yeah.
You know, the mics that are in the PCs, I think they design them to fail.
Probably.
Because every laptop I've ever had for work, it lasts like on our Teams meetings and stuff like that. It lasts for about 6 months, and then I have to buy an external mic for it or attach the external mic because the one within the PC is not working anymore. So I think it's pretty normal.
I got the last $25 one, right? And the rest of them were like $99, $250. And it's like, I'm not, maybe one day.
I know.
One day when we take off and we're,
yes.
Have our own studio, but right now I'll deal with my $25 mic. As long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters. So the word of the day, which again, we will keep it PC.
Y'all know what we're talking about.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Yes. The word of the day or phrase of the day is master of ceremonies.
I thought we already had master of ceremonies.
Did we really?
I thought we had. Did we have, y'all tell me, did we have master of ceremonies? Or was there something for the,
Can you imagine?
for the ladies that was like master of ceremonies? Maybe
I think it was the ladies. I think it might have been the ladies. But can you
maybe it sounds familiar.
Imagine being with a guy and be like, let me show you my master of ceremonies. That's like
I am. That is my career. I'm the master.
I'm the MC. Yeah, the master of ceremonies. Oh man, that would be funny.
Goodness gracious.
All right. Well, I think
we need to see how to live our lives.
Yes, we need to have the card tell us how to live our lives. And because we don't want total anarchy to happen.
No, we cannot have the anarchy. I'm still using, guys. I'm going to switch probably in October over to one of my Halloween decks. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. But I'm loving my Phoenix deck, so I'm going to keep playing with that for the rest of September, I think.
That's right down Howie's song. My brain is like gone.
Oh, gosh. All right, let's see. We got... this is a good one. This is a good one. This one is free yourself from perfectionism.
I have no problem doing that.
See, but I think a lot of us do. And I think this one might be just speaking directly to me this week. Because a lot of times we're the what stay, and I think this kind of goes a little bit with what we said last week, but when I tap into this, it's very much like, I think we all have a tendency to stand in our own way, like of getting things accomplished or done, because if it can't be perfect, we don't want to do it, right? And so we just don't start it because we can't finish it. But there's beauty in the starting of things, even if it's not going to be perfect, because a lot of times just starting is is the catalyst you need to get something done. And I've been doing, like, for an example, that's totally non-spiritual or like huge thing, that I've been on this big mission at the beginning of fall to purge and really, really deep clean my house. And it's been so overwhelming for a while that I just like wouldn't start. Like, it's not going to look good. I'm not going to get it where I want it. So I'm not even going to start. But now I've kind of switched that mindset to, I'm just going to pick a small little, whatever I can do in an hour. I'm going to get that done. And when that hour is up, I'm done. But what you have to remember is those hours add up, and eventually it'll be perfect just like I want it. It's just not going to be there right now. So I think trying to make things perfect will hold you back from truly getting where you want to be with just about anything. And it will stress you out. Even if it's just the fact that, like, You've always got to be the best at everything you do. No, you don't. You have to be good enough for you and better than you were the day before. You don't have to be perfect. So,
Perfection is so hard to come by. I mean, you're right, and you're right. When you try to tackle something and do it all at once, it's just not going to happen.
no,
You
no.
know, and it can be overwhelming, and then you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do, and your brain stops working,
Yep.
and you just can't function.
The
And it's
one thing I always got, like on my quarterly reviews at work, I used to always get that I had such a keen eye for details of things, like little details of projects that helped make sure things didn't go sideways. But at the same time, I could also get so wrapped up in some little intricacy that if I didn't pull myself out of it, the whole project was going to stop. Like we can't, like I had to learn to make the decisions of like, yeah, well, it's putting it out 80% correct is better than not putting it out at all, and we'll fix the rest later. So it could, while that keen eye of detail and that perfectionism is good, but it's only good to a degree, right?
yeah. I mean, you
Because
can't
you can get frozen and get nothing done.
Yeah, it's you can't eat a meal all at once. You have to take it all one piece at a time.
Yep.
You just kind of don't, perfection. Like I said, perfection is so hard to come by. Sometimes good enough is good enough.
Sometimes good enough is good enough. And I think a lot of us, our parents were of the age or of the time frame when they kind of wanted us to do everything perfect. Like if you're gonna, you need to get these A's and B's, and if you're gonna start this, you need to be the best you can at it. And you know what? That can sometimes make something not enjoyable anymore.
Yeah.
You lose the fun in it, right?
Yeah. So guys, just be content.
Yep.
And take things one step at a time. Don't try to accomplish everything in one sitting.
It's not saying stagnate and do nothing. It's saying do what you can and be okay with that.
Yeah. If it takes a few days to get something done, that's okay.
Yep, that's right.
Not gonna kill you, So
only person who usually beats yourself up for your perfectionism is yourself.
Exactly. The cards have spoken.
That's right.
So tonight, we have the Freakin Awesome playlist to do, which I completely forgot about. So Howie's song on the Freakin Awesome playlist is Loverboy, Turn Me On. Let's see. My song is Trying to Reason with a Hurricane Season by Jimmy Buffett, which was like the only song. It was actually a song on my playing right now on my phone. So
let me make sure I give you the right artist on this song.
Okay.
I think I did, but sometimes I get them. Okay. Mine is It's Not Love by Dokken.
It's Not Love? How do you spell Dokken? D-O-C-K-E-N? How do you spell Dokken?
D-O-K-K-E-N.
Oh. D-O-K-K-E-N. It's Not Love. Well, that guys gave you some awesome songs to listen to. After you're done with the show, of course. Don't do it now. Wait till you're done. They'll still be there after the show.
That's right.
A win is a win. Exactly, Cody.
Yep. A win is a win.
He knows what's up. Let's see here. Tonight we have got Astral Light Paranormal joining us tonight. I'm super excited to be talking with them. It's going to be a fun conversation. Let's bring them on the show. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Hi. Good. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Happy Wonderful Weirdos Day.
You as well.
I think that's a holiday that can bring us all together.
That's right.
I was going to say, what a perfect day for it.
It is. Hope you're having a good Tuesday.
So far, so good. I can't complain.
That's good.
Absolutely. Tuesday's a Tuesday, so let's make the best of it, right?
It's not Monday and it's getting closer to Friday. There we go.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There we go. One day closer to Friday. That's always a good thing. So I was thinking today, which happens every once in a while. Don't get used to it. But I was thinking, what's some good questions to ask? And one question that came to mind was, what would be one person, dead or alive, doesn't have to be paranormal, but what would be a good person, one person that you would like to investigate the paranormal with?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dead or alive that you would like to investigate the paranormal with?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. How about you?
So mine's a little bit off the beaten path. We used to have here in Canada, because we're out of Canada. We actually had a prime minister. I think it was William Lyon Mackenzie King, or was
Yeah,
it?
I think so.
I believe so. And he was completely into the paranormal. So he used to go in to do all these seances and things like this. And there's a site that we investigate or have investigated that the prime minister used to go to have seances,
that's a good
investigate
one.
himself. So it's called the Mill at Kintail, just northwest of Ottawa. So
wow.
I would say there, yeah, it's like, okay, you're the head of the country and you're into the ghost stuff. So like, I want to pick your brain a little bit, but I want to go on an investigation with you as well. So that's my pick. So
Okay, mine would be just in the Ottawa area as well. There's this lady known as Mother Barnes, also known as the Witch of Plum Hollow. She conducted seances with prime ministers, came to visit her. I would say her. She's very interesting lady.
Wow, those are good. Those are good
Those
choices.
are really cool choices.
Yeah. After I asked the question, I'm like, I don't even know who I'd want to investigate with.
Who would you want, Ryan? I'll put you on the spot.
And I don't even know, because I mean, it's oh God, I don't Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think it could be fun to investigate with him. I think his wife is very spiritual as well.
Yes.
Mary Todd.
Isn't he rumored to be haunting the White House, actually? Right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
there you go. So you wouldn't have to go far. I mean,
Exactly. You just give me some EVPs, Abe. Come on.
yeah. There you go. Maybe we can hook him up with our prime minister, and we can just have
Yeah,
a
there we
big,
go. There we go. Have little like a ghost buddy system.
an international
You know?
diplomatic ghost investigation. Let's do it.
We'll start Ghost Tinder and
Yeah.
have I can do that.
Exactly.
How about you, Rhonda? What do you think? What would you be your
I would pick Cindy Kaza just because she was my mentor and I took classes from her on mediumship years before she joined the paranormal, before she got into the paranormal and on TV. So I never had that opportunity with her. It was all just class related things like that. So I would love to investigate with her now and learn what I can with her as an investigator.
Yes.
You know, that might be easier than me investigating with Abraham Lincoln.
To be honest with you, I think you're the only one that actually picked anybody that's actually still alive. We automatically went to whoever was already
Well,
gone.
if I was going to see, like, I would probably pick Ed and Lorraine Warren just to go on one of their investigations and see how that all worked and all of that.
Oh, that's a good
There
one
you
too.
go. That's a great one.
You guys are up in Canada. What do you know? What do you think about all the stuff that's going on with the Conjuring House and all that stuff? With I guess the stuff that happened over the summer with the Annabelle doll. What do you guys think about all that?
I've followed it a bit, but not enough to know too much on it, you know. I kind of just know like odds and ends.
Yeah,
That's
and I
probably
honestly wouldn't think I would know enough to be even able to comment on it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to bore you to death with this. So.
Do you guys have places up there like that are like super haunted, that are very like popular places?
We do. There's quite a few around us in the Ottawa area. They do like a lot of public investigations and a lot of like mills, the prison, just like historic locations. And we've probably been to most of them, I would say.
Yeah, there's a lot of sites, especially along the border of New York and Ontario, because there's a lot of things that happened, especially during the War of 1812, when Canada was still essentially British North America, but U.S. was independent, obviously, by then. So there's a lot of battle sites. Battle of the Windmill is one near Prescott, Ontario, which is right across the St. Lawrence River from Ogdensburg, New York. Just other places like South Dundas Glengarry Jail, which has been around since early mid 1800s. That's had a lot of history, and we've had some experiences there. That's for sure.
Not all good.
Not all good.
Not at all.
But I mean, it's kind of everywhere where we are, because we're kind of in an older part of Canada, and even a lot of residential places. People invite us in all the time to investigate places where they live, and just to even understand the history of the lives that those properties have had, have been it's been a learning experience, to say the least, but we're never short of sites, that's for sure.
So how did you guys get into the paranormal? What set you on this journey?
Our daughter, actually. She's 22 now, but when she's been able to see spirit and communicate with spirit since she was little. Really, since she was probably, I'd say about 5, she's been able to see spirit and past life stuff. And so it was kind of something we learned really through her. I'm also an intuitive as well as my daughter. So it's kind of, I think all those kind of just let us hear. So we just kind of did one investigation and kind of just got hooked.
I was gonna say, so with your daughter, so you're intuitive. Did you know you were intuitive till you started seeing it come out in her? And I find that fascinating, because I find it fascinating now that so many parents are more open to believing that their children are actually seeing and experiencing what they say they're seeing and experiencing, rather than going, that's your imagination, it's not true, things like that. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, she was, I'd say, like I said, about 5, and she just came and she was kind of upset. She didn't really at that time knew what it was. And we always just told her, honey, it's because they trust you. They want to come see you because they trust you. You're not going to hurt them. You're going to be kind to them. And that's why they're drawn to you, to talk to you. So we kind of always encouraged her. We always believed that, she definitely could do that. And then I think it just, it kind of opened me up more too. So she was definitely all of our stepping stones, really, right?
Yeah. I have to add that, I mean, a lot of how we conduct our investigations is based on what we kind of encouraged her to do, and to be friendly, be open, everything like that. And we conduct our investigations the same way, in which we go into sites. We don't provoke whatsoever. It's not our game. We actually go in as if you're meeting your neighbor for the first time. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Hi, I'm so. We're here with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to learn your story, things like that, which is the same thing that we've kind of tried to impress on Maria, like her entire life growing up until this point. So it's kind of like, if you want them to be nice to you, you be nice to them. And the intuitive thing with her and Victoria has just kind of added to the experience. I'm just kind of along for the ride at this point. And I'm happy to be the help, let me tell you.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm just like, you see that? Nope, I don't see anything.
I'm the same way. I'm just going to hold the camera. Just tell me when to turn.
Exactly. Teresa wants to know, where in Canada are you from? She's our Canadian connection.
Ottawa area.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
So you guys watch the Senators?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I love my Sens and I love my Jays, but I'm not happy with them right now because they're losing to Houston, and they can't be losing to Houston right now. So I
didn't even know Houston had. Oh, okay. I was thinking hockey. I think Houston had a hockey.
No, like it's still hot. It's still baseball season for me, and my Jays are too close to getting in where they need to be. And it's been a bad weekend against the Yankees, and it's not starting out good against Houston. So anyway, I'll leave that part of that.
I'm a Red Wings and Tigers fan, so we'll just.
Oh, well, you're part of the problem. Detroit's beating. Detroit's losing in New York right now.
Your fault.
Wayne is always part of the
It's your
problem.
team that's not beating New York right now. Oh, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm down south. Ottawa is a spooky area. Is that the capital of Canada?
It is.
Or
Yeah, it's the capital of Canada. Yeah.
That province things confuses me. I'm sorry. Just like the Mexican confuses me. I'll watch some stuff in Canada and be like, oh, it's 3 degrees outside and it's sunny and warm. Like, how's it warm? I don't get it.
I'm the same way with Fahrenheit. So.
I'm out from there we go, Teresa. Hope you then you can be a Tigers fan. So you so your daughter came to you. What made you like, because she comes to you and she says that stuff. What made you like know that that's what they wanted? I mean, because you know it's tough because most parents when they're dealing with that they don't know, they kind of dismiss it. What made you take the other route and kind of almost encourage it or not dismiss it as much?
Yeah. Maria, ever since she was little, she's very much an old soul. She's very genuine. She's very I would say not emotional, but like
she wears her heart in her sleeve in a controlled fashion. I would say she's very honest with how she feels, but she is very genuine in how she cares. So when she brings us situations like this, especially when she was younger, the first thing you're going to hear about is, for sure, like probably just imagination. She's having fun, whatever. But then you start seeing the pattern and stuff starts getting repeated over and over. It's like, okay, and then a lot of the time she would give us so much detail. It's kind of like, man, I know your imagination's good, but that's a lot of information that of one little 5-year-old, right? So
very detailed imaginary friend you have there.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of context there, and especially when she got older, and she is a reader as well. Like she's an academic and a very knowledgeable young woman, and a lot is when she's grown up, even as a middle teenager, there's stuff there. It's like she's coming across where there's past lives or whatever. It's like, did you do that in history class or something like that? Or did you know what I mean? Like you can probably elaborate.
She's had a lot of past life stuff come up growing up. Not all good, but we were also this is interesting. We were at a store and we seen a sign and it was in German. We don't speak German. We don't have any German in our family. She's never taken German, but instantly she knew how to read it and exactly what it said.
Wow. That was fascinating.
And we're like, how did you know? She's like, I don't know, but she did, and she could pronounce it. Like she knew it, and we were just like, what?
Yeah, and we don't do German in high school up here. I mean, it's French and English and maybe the odd Spanish course, but that's pretty much it. So it's nothing she would have learned there. When you look at a sign and it's not like it was like a word like Oktoberfest or something like that, or a bratwurst like a sausage. Yeah. But I mean, it was something like, I never would have got that, like ever.
German's not easy. So, I took German in high school, and it's not easy language, especially if you've never taken it.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
Exactly. Right. It's different.
So how do you handle something like that? Like
we just encouraged her to don't be afraid of it. Approach it with a positive attitude. Even if it's stuff that maybe you're not comfortable with, try and think about it, go through a thought process and really just, don't automatically jump to the worst case scenario. Think of the whole picture.
Right.
There ought to be like a support group for families going through it.
If it she kind of learned to do this over time. But if it gets like for her, if it got too intense or stuff she didn't want to communicate with or remember, she kind of, I guess, trained
Shut it
herself,
down.
shut it down, closed the door mentally.
Good.
So she has that control, which is wonderful, because we were worried that like eventually if this kept continuing, keep intensifying, like how much strain would it be on her mentally?
Well, and that's why so many people that have the gift, especially when they're younger, will shut it down because they can't control it. They don't understand that you can shut it on, turn it on and turn it off. And so that's why so many people lock it down, and then it comes back later in life when, I guess they're more ready. But that's amazing. So how has that affected how you all invest? Did she investigate with you all?
Oh yeah, she's one of the team here.
Front and
yeah,
center.
yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Really, we just we really go off a lot. Well, we play off each other. We kind of know how each other's gonna work before we even say it. We know kind of what affects each other, and yeah, like she will shut it down if she has to, like her kind of.
Yeah.
I don't probably do that as much as I should, but I need to learn from her, actually. I'm not the best at doing that, so.
Yeah, and I kind of just support where I can. Like I obviously use the equipment, just like Maria and Victoria, where there's, K2, not so much the spirit box. I just don't have an ear for it, things like that. But motion detection stuff, things like that. But I'm constantly scanning them to see where they're looking like mentally, if I got to get them out, or like, especially
because he's had to get me out of places before.
Yeah. To the point where you can just see the expression and you just know.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, like cut it down. Like, let's just get some air and maybe shift approaches just a little bit. So I'm kind of like running security at the same time with them, just to make sure they're in the right space. And we're not pushing the boundary too far.
Yeah. And it's good that you and your wife are out there with your daughter and stuff. It's good to have someone that's maybe can have a more of a forest through the trees type, can not be so connected to the location where you can be like, all right, I've got to be vigilant. I can tell when one of them are not themselves. Are there locations that you prefer not to go to just because of going with your wife and daughter and stuff like that?
Yeah, for me, like I'm actually retired Army, so like I'm very regimented and kind of have that sense of alert anyway. But the one space that does come to mind when we're doing that was South Dundas Glengarry Jail. That wasn't a good experience, especially for Victoria here. She can probably elaborate a little bit more on that. So this is where I'll shut up and you can jump in here.
Yeah, so we were there. It was a collaboration between 3 groups, but we all kind of just broke off and kind of just did our own thing. There is 2 spirits there, main spirits there. They are not usually a problem. We've been there multiple times before. It's a good location, but kind of like your typical, some activity, nothing crazy or whatever. But we were there last time and we were getting ready to set up experiments, and I was like, something's weird. Like, this isn't. I literally broke down in tears, and I'm just like, it's not me. Like, this is not me crying. Like, it's not my feelings. And I got up and I left and went out of the room and kind of got it together, came back in. And then I started kind of getting upset because I knew which spirit was doing almost like not like attack, almost like a psychic attack, really. And so I kind of went down the hall by myself, and we had some equipment set up, and I'm like, are you doing this to me? And it's all lighting up and just starts alarms going off. And I'm like, I know it's you. I'm like, let's just have respect for each other and let's just have kind of a good investigation here. And later through the night, it got worse. Oh jeepers! It just kind of went downhill. We were in this one creepy hallway, we call it. It's the hallway where they take the prisoners up to the courtroom. So there's like these windy stairs that go up, and it's known to be active. And I was down there, and I was in the spirit box and was getting really inappropriate stuff come over it. What you can imagine what happened to women in prison back then. And I'm just like, the tears, I took the headset off. I'm like chucking it. I'm like, I'm done. And then we went up, and I just kept feeling kind of like this kind of all night. And it was just, I'm like, you need to back away from me, please. And then what happened after that? There were so many things that happened after that.
We went into the area where they used to bring the prisoners initially, and he kind of just came in
yes.
Face to face.
Yeah, kind of. I could see him, my third eye, whatever you want to call it. And I could just see him, like he kept rushing me. And it was just so unnerving. And then I started to get a little mad. I started to get a little angry. Mm-hmm. So I had the bright idea, I would not recommend this, that everybody was upstairs. I'm like, I want to go down to the prison myself. Because I was mad at this point, and I'm a fiery little thing. So they were all in the courtroom, and I go down, and I'm like, why are you doing this? I'm like, I'm not scared of you. I'm like, come closer to me then if you want. And it was like gloves off. It was go time. However, I paid for that. And he did end up coming home with me and causing a lot of anxiety. I didn't sleep good for months after. I still struggle with the anxiety. He does still come back once in a while. It was literally almost like a PTSD, almost, not obviously to the extent of a lot of situations, but that it did cause for me. And I still to this day struggle with that. So it is one location I will never go back to.
But you had been there before and not had experienced it. Do you have any idea what had got him in a ruckus? Was it a previous investigator or something like that?
Because I've interacted with this guy before, and he's been fine. He hasn't, it's kind of typical. He'll talk on the spirit box or whatever, but nothing like vicious or anything like that. But I don't know if it was maybe stuff other investigators were maybe doing, because we didn't really know which each other was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But he was, gloves off. He was coming after me, and everybody else was having a great night, which I'm glad they were. I, however, was not.
It's one of those sites too, I'll add to that. It's a huge history to this site. Mm-hmm. I think it was built in the 1830s or something like that. And it's housed the most hardened of criminals. It's also housed women. It's housed children where they were special needs and the parents didn't want them.
Oh, wow.
It's had a history of literally everybody passing through those doors, and they also would execute people on site, in which they're pretty convinced, if I'm not mistaken, there's a burial ground in the courtyard or something like that.
Yeah, those two guys, they were buried.
So the two of them, the one specifically, Vicky had the issue with, he was actually one of the people that was actually executed on site.
He was the last one executed at that prison.
Oh, wow.
So I see your question coming out. Glengarry Jail. South End, Dundas Glengarry Jail is actually in Cornwall, Ontario. It's right on the border of New York State, right on the St. Lawrence River. Apologies, I should have mentioned that.
Okay, cool.
Do you think ghosts can have bad days?
I think they can.
Yeah.
I really do.
Maybe that ghost is having a really bad day, which made you have a really bad day. Because it can affect, if you have a bad day and you're around someone, it can affect them. Maybe it's not as bad as a ghost can, but
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you're doing these events at these sites, because there is people, we know for a fact, because there's certain groups out there in our area that will provoke just to get a reaction, just to get their little TikTok hit. And it's like, wrong place, wrong time, not ethical whatsoever, right?
No,
So
and I can see where like investigators afterwards would pay the price for that. So if there happened to be a female investigator who acted up prior to you and he saw you and you just reminded him of that female, here you go.
Well, that bitch.
there
Okay.
you go. There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Were you feeling okay before? Was everything good before you went in?
Yeah, everything was fine. We were it was great, and we were getting ready. We were all excited, and then it took not even a half an hour. We were there for 8 hours?
Yeah.
And we were literally a half hour in, and it just started.
Oh, that sucks.
And it literally all night.
Vicky is very determined. So happy wife's a happy life, and me trying to get her out of there was not working very well that night. Let me tell you.
No,
so
because I kept getting upset, but then I'm like, no, I'm going back in.
yeah.
Well, because
Like, I'm
he's,
not done with him
he's
yet.
not messing with anybody but you. Everybody else is
Mhm.
having a great time, and it's like, why are you making this about
Why are
me?
you picking on me? Come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm
so,
pretty sure you were the only intuitive on site.
Yeah,
So
I was. So maybe he picked up on that. It's like,
He's just
ooh,
pissed.
can-
It
Yeah,
has-
yeah,
she
she
knows
sees
I'm
me.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
well,
mad.
he
He wants to
decided
make
to come
sure
home,
everyone's
so
mad.
I
So after that happened, do you try and protect yourself a little better going into these places now?
I do, because even at that time, I kind of kept like as much as I could, the mediumship, whatever, kind of separate. But it was like this time there was no choice. It was coming whether it was there, whether I want it to be or not. Now I'm more aware of it. I try and be more aware of my feelings. And then certain places nope, it's just going to be just equipment. I'm not opening myself up. Like if I'm comfortable, then I will. But if not, I'm just like, no, we'll just do equipment. that's as far as I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you're not feeling it, you don't open up there. And I think the other thing I've been practicing a lot recently is really making sure I set the intention that I only want to communicate with those or love or light or people of that location, especially on public investigations. You end up picking up on people's family members and ones that don't even belong there. So sometimes intention helps. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But like you said, once they decide, no matter what protection you use, they're going to try to get in, and they do. Unfortunately, to the best of our ability to protect ourselves, sometimes they're there.
Yeah.
You got to put up the filters.
Now, do you do clearing once you leave now?
Yes. Yes, definitely. And we didn't that night. Usually we do, but we didn't that night because it was just a flurry of emotions.
Heat of the moment.
We did. But
it's hard to think straight when you're in the moment dealing with stuff. You know, hindsight being 2020, you're like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. But when you're living it and you're going through it and you're having all these emotions, it's not like you're thinking straight, like, oh, I need to do this and that.
Exactly.
So at least now you know.
Yes.
And you know, you can know better for next time. So when you went out on your next investigation, what were you scared at all? Were you worried, or was it like, I'm just going to do it and it's going to be fine?
I tried to make our couple investigations after that ones that I'm familiar with, happy ones. So because I was hesitant.
Yeah, very.
So
very.
And
yeah.
I still, like I said, I still struggle with it daily. He made an appearance not that long ago here again. But I'm trying to, do the best I can that, just the nice, happy ones. I know there's always going to be some here and there, and that's totally fine. But it's really just one at a time, just try and get through it.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of like I was going to say, what is the best EVP you guys ever?
We got a really good one. It was at a private residential, actually. it was an indigenous voice, a woman's voice, and it was almost a complete sentence.
Yeah.
You know what they said?
No, so with this one here, we actually had to send it. There's another indigenous. There's an indigenous paranormal group in Canada called Snipe.
Okay.
I'm not sure if anybody's heard of them who's in the chat, or you guys yourself or whatever. We actually had to send a clip to them to see if they could actually translate what was being said. And they couldn't figure it out either, but they know it was a combination of, was it?
Algonquin Iroquois.
Dialect. And they were actually pretty jealous that they didn't get it because they've been trying to get it, but it was so clear, and it was, you could tell it was a complete sentence, and we don't know what it was saying, but it was like they were just standing next to you. Like, it was just absolutely incredible, and we'll figure it out at some point, but like it was, that's the one that sticks out probably the most. That's the biggest probably one for EVPs.
That's the biggest, and we just caught it on our video camera, just our regular cheapo video camera.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because I first started investigating, I went to this plantation in Powhatan, Virginia, and I had just bought a digital recorder for the first time, and I had finished up an EVP session with the group, and we'd gone outside for a smoke break, and I thought I had cut the recorder off, so I put it in my pocket. And while we were outside talking, you hear a Native American chanting and clapping right beside us.
That's incredible.
Clear as day.
Yeah,
but
really
I
cool.
didn't even know I was recording until I got home. And I was like, because I heard the rustling in my pocket, like, oh, I forgot to turn my recorder off. And it was so amazing that you can catch something like that. It just goes to show unless you use, or it could be a old recorder, video recorder. Just keep recording, because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, we've actually gotten more off our cameras than we did off our EVP recorders. So, I mean, like, I don't think we've gotten more than a handful of EVPs that we could barely make out off the EVP recorders. Yeah. But we set up cameras in every room. We'll just leave them running while we're gone. And that's typically when we pick up a lot of EVPs. It's kind of like they're coming out as we're not there. And we'll get like words or sentences, or not sentences too much, obviously, but scattered word here and there. The same residential we used to get a little bit more, but it's I love EVPs. That's my thing, right? If I can get them.
Me too.
Hard to debunk an EVP. If you're there and you know these circumstances, it is hard to, like, where's that voice coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
Where,
what message are they trying to say? Like, what are they trying to tell us? Like, don't get me wrong, I love my REM pods and the cat balls and all that stuff too, but an EVP is super special. Super special.
And scientifically, sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go right.
It's hard to be like, scientifically, like, okay, where is this voice showing up? I mean, I don't have any explanation for what could be this, could be that. It's just a great piece of evidence. It's hard to debunk.
Absolutely.
Yep. Absolutely. And when it's interactive to what you were asking and things like that, it's like something heard me. I'm not sure what it was.
Exactly.
I understood what I was saying. I missed a question earlier, way earlier. What's your favorite part of investigating?
Oh, I think mine is just, for me, it's just building mostly a relationship with the spirits. Because a lot of our locations, we go back to multiple times, and I get really like attached and protective over them.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
For my family. And so I for me too, it's just, I want to learn all about them. Like, I want them to share as much as they will about their life with us. And don't get me wrong, I love all the bells and whistles going off, but it's really about, for us, like, sharing their story, giving them a voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have to kind of echo what Vicky said. It's honestly hearing them and earning their trust, because a lot of people, especially ones that just go to events, they get disappointed if they just do this for an hour and they don't get nothing. And sometimes you have to go back multiple times to do multiple investigations to earn that trust, so they understand that you're not there to kind of exploit them or whatever. And just, again, like, talk to them like you're talking to your neighbor for the first time. Hi, I'm Steve. This is Victoria. We come here with respect. And even when we're leaving at the end of the night, well, thank you for having us. We appreciate those who have reached out.
Mm-hmm.
We hope to see you again. We hope you'll welcome us back again. I think the best one of that was probably Delta with the music.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not sure if you want to explain that one, but do you want to explain that one? The Delta one?
The music?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this one regular location we go to, it's an old town hall in Delta, Ontario, a little place, but it's one of our frequent places. Now, it's not a place where you're going to go and like REM pods going off consistent, nothing like that. It's more they have to trust you, these spirits, I find. And but we were getting ready to leave and we're like, is there anything we can do before we leave? And they're like, music. So we put on like some big band, but we put because there's these spirits there, man and a woman who like to dance.
Mm-hmm.
So we put cat balls all over like the ballroom floor, and we put music on, and then as we were picking up, you could just see them light up around the floor. I was almost in tears. I'm just like loving it. It was so sweet.
Yeah, and even we had like spirit box activity, saying she was wearing her dress or dancing gown, and like, it was phenomenal. And we just, from multiple investigations, we kind of learned that these spirits were from like probably 1910, 1920-ish. So we went with the ragtime and the big band or a little bit of soft jazz, whatever we could. And it went off like gangbusters. They really enjoyed it. But it was, and again, with the cat balls and everything going off, I mean, that's the stuff that makes this worthwhile, right? I mean,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You know, music, I think, comes through a lot more in paranormal investigations than we think. We had an experience, and I'll make it really quick. It was a Civil War kind of location, so we were starting to try to play. We were doing an SD session. They were asking for music, so playing period stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then we started getting cash. It's like, do you want us to play Johnny Cash? Yes.
Oh.
And like,
Wow.
EVPs, it tells us what song to play. You know what I mean? So, and it even it was funny. We finally put on a Johnny Cash song, and through the Estes messages, this like, make it louder. Like, so it's funny. You always assume on these historical locations that you forget that other people live there at different periods of time, right?
Yes.
But music is a huge trigger, I think.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And you know what? We're learning about them, and it's piecework, right? So we don't know the types of lives they've lived. We don't know how they passed, if it was something tragic, if it was like an easy passing or whatever, if there is such a thing. But if you can just play a little bit of music, even if you can't see it, to put a smile on their face, then you know what? Like, they're welcoming you in to investigate, pay it forward, right? Just give them something in return. And, it keeps it fun for everybody.
Yep.
It just goes to show a person doesn't have to die at a location for them to haunt it or frequent it. If you're getting, intelligent responses to your questions at the ballroom, obviously no one died there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But we have this location in Virginia called the Cabin on 360.
Mm-hmm.
And in the cabin there was a brothel upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, nobody died there.
Yeah.
But we get EVPs, and we get like responses that have to do with the fact that there was a brothel in there.
Okay. Yeah.
That kind of sexual energy type of stuff. We get responses to that.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it their energy left over? But is energy left over responding to our questions, or did they come back after they passed away? Because I was like, this place was fun.
Right.
Exactly. It was a happy place for somebody.
anyway, when you pass away, well, of course, none of us know, but I would hope I can go hang out any place I really enjoyed being.
Well,
That's right.
This is just it. I mean, maybe they're there because that place has a special and significant meaning to them, or some kind of event that happened. Like, I mean, you're not, you know what I mean? You don't always have to go to a cemetery to have a paranormal experience.
I'm not hanging
right?
out there. When I'm deceased, I am not hanging out by my headstone.
There you
Exactly.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Like that's just
damn
somewhere
Lord, I gotta
where
go.
you figuratively hang your hat. That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm going where I had fun.
That's right.
Exactly.
And that's right. And it comes down to it. Like, I mean, even when, like, one of the common things we ask the spirits, like, are you trapped here, or can you come and go? Right. And predominantly, like, people that because I mean, it's easy to watch TV. Like, if you're watching anything Zach Bagans related, then they're all evil, right? They're all evil. They're all bad. They're all whatever. Like, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Go aside. But I mean, for us, with the amount of investigations that we've done, like 97, if not 98% of them are all spirits that are there because they want to be there, right? There's something special about that place, right? So, I mean, there's got to be something behind that if that type of ratio is so high, right?
Mish was asking, would air pressure and the moon phases affect the quality of contact with the spirits?
Oh,
Good thought.
very,
I
very well could. For
I would
sure.
think so. I think we would. I mean, I think that's the stuff that we don't test enough.
Yeah,
That's
So
true.
if you have access to a location, predominantly have access to a location a lot, and that's like my team. I have a home location, and that's where we do a lot of our events and stuff. That's things that we probably need to be documenting a little bit more. You know, like what was the moon, what was the air pressure and stuff.
That's
So we
true.
see.
So true.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Well, it's true. The environment,
See what
like, how
happens.
much does the environment play a factor, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of like when it storms outside, generally, and when it's lightning and that, you have a lot more activity.
I would agree.
Right? There's electricity in the air, and it really amps it up.
I remember investigating one night, actually at the cabin on 360 on a Halloween night. And it was like, and there's usually something at the cabin.
Yes.
Like you always get some, there was nothing.
Oh, really?
Really?
I think Halloween would be maybe because you're
And it made
expecting
me
it.
wonder, like, okay, do spirits have something else they're supposed to do on that day? Is that when they aren't hanging out somewhere like the cabin, they're going to see their family members, or they're going to do something else? I don't know.
That's true.
Very true.
That's
The
true.
veil is so thin. Maybe they're like, oh, I'm not gonna hang around here.
No,
With
I'm
you
going to
people.
go see my loved ones, or, you know.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
And I'll think about doing the moon phases and like the pressure, but then when you get to the location, there's so
caught
much
up.
other stuff going on.
It's the furthest
that
thing
you're
from my
not-
mind.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just completely slips your mind. And it's got to be such a consistent thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be like, got to go to, if you can go like a location, let's say in Ottawa, and then you do the thing, but then you can't go back for another 6 months.
Yeah.
It's everything's completely changed. So it's tough to do that.
Yeah.
But if you want to be super scientific about it, you can definitely be worth
Oh, absolutely.
Because I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you're
just-
also getting into seasons then too, right? Okay,
Yeah.
it's different in the winter and in the summer for barometric pressure or whatever. Is it hurricane season? There's so many freaking factors. Where do you start?
But now I'm going to try.
Exactly.
I just get the EVPs and don't ask too many questions.
Yeah.
'Cause it'd be like, well, I've got to go this
Don't ask
particular day.
questions. This is what we get.
Exactly. You want to overthink it because you'd be like, I've got to go this day at this time with this pressure. If it doesn't, it's not going to work. I'd rather just kind of throw it out there and see what happens.
Yeah. Fly by the seat of your pants, right? Like it's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, guys, this was a lot of fun.
It
It
was.
was awesome. Thank you so much.
I would love to have you guys back on the show. I'm sure we have a ton of other locations we can talk about with you guys.
Absolutely. Whenever you want. It's all good.
Perfect. Can you
Really
let
just
people
scratched
know?
the surface.
Exactly. Exactly. Canada is such like an unknown for me. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
the metric system. I actually had some Tim Hortons coffee, so I
Oh,
feel
there
like
you
I'm
go.
part Canadian right now. You know, I love Canadian bacon, you know, and I love maple
Yeah.
syrup. So I am basically one of you. Um,
And we
You're
like
my
maple
people.
syrup.
Oh,
Yes,
there you go. You're in.
There you go. Then you're welcome.
I guess that's my citizenship to Canada. I'm a dual citizen right now, pretty
Oh,
much.
absolutely.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Well, come on up and we'll show you around a bit. And,
Oh, perfect, man. You let people know how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so we mostly use just our Facebook,
We do.
Astral Light Paranormal. We also, you can contact us by email. You
Yep.
can go ahead with that.
yeah, it's astrolight at astrolight 2023 at gmail.com. Yeah, and we do have a YouTube page as well. We're kind of behind on that, and we need to get that up to speed. Life's gotten in the way a little bit in the last few months, so we're kind of lacking there, but we'll get it up to speed. But I mean,
Yeah.
entertain any followers, comments, questions, areas of concern, and
Always want to chat, so send a message.
nothing like a good conversation. So have at her at your convenience.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, guys, we appreciate you coming on the show. We will again. I'll get in touch with you to come back on to have a part 2 of this conversation.
Absolutely.
Sounds great, guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank
Really appreciate
Good
it.
night.
Thanks for
Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Well, that was fun. I
Gosh,
enjoyed that.
that hour
conversation.
flew by.
Yes, it did.
It's like talking
Yes,
to
it did.
ourselves. Like,
Yeah, it really
talking
is.
to us.
And I was worried because I was like, I'm not really feeling that great right now. I'm like, hope
No,
that,
me
you know,
neither. My energy was low today for sure.
Yes, but you know what? We love our Canadian connections.
Yep.
You know, and it just brings us up.
Yep.
RJ, he's tired too.
Send some of that my way, RJ.
Exactly. I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm gonna watch some TV with him. He had a little art project there.
Very cool.
Yeah, he made it for his friend. You get art. You get paint all over you.
No.
Good. All right. So next week we have got Paranormal Theory comes back next week.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yay!
Super excited.
I
And
love
if you guys, want to see us more, and you get Tuesday nights over, you're like, God, I miss Ryan and Rhonda. You can all of you guys can and follow us on Facebook, the Freakin Awesome Paranormal Show. You can stalk us on Instagram. You can stalk us on TikTok. We're trying to do more stuff on TikTok, guys, and we'd love to see you come follow us. We put stuff up pretty much every day on there. Try to put clips of the show on there as much as possible. Follow all the shows on the Rift Nation Network. We've got a bunch of awesome shows for you guys every single night of the week.
I'm so excited. We got Paranormal Theory next week, my friends.
Yes.
Then I got 2 Ryans.
Yes.
That could be
Ryan,
problematic.
it's gonna be a tough one. The Ryans are taking over.
The Ryans are taking over.
It's gonna be a Ryan takeover. So get ready for that. And then after that,
preparing myself.
we've got Rachel Krebs Tressler.
Yay! I love Rachel.
And then we have Kalahanyahari Traveler, which will be a spiritual show, which I love. Spiritual shows. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone in chat. We appreciate you guys so much for coming on. And we appreciate Astral Light for coming on and joining us tonight on the show. Be back here next week with Paranormal Theory. Same freaking awesome time.
Same freaking awesome show.
See you then.
Bye.